The First Breath: How Modern Medicine Saves the Most Fragile Lives, by Olivia Gordon. Read by Charlie Sanderson. For Joel, I love you infinitely and forever. And for Lyndall and Simon Gordon. When I felt low, my parents were the ones I turned to first, and they were with me whenever I needed any kind of help. I only really understood once I had my own child what extraordinary parents I have. Their love has always been unconditional, as is mine for them. Author's note: some children's and parents' names, and sometimes identifying details, have been changed to protect privacy, and also to allow people to speak freely. Some parts of this book were originally published in earlier forms. In The Guardian, The Times, The Telegraph, Nursing Standard, The Daily Mail, The Huffington Post, and Red. And their reuse is gratefully acknowledged. Preface. Until 20 years ago, children this medically complex didn't exist. They didn't survive. High-tech medicine has created a new strain of human beings who require superhuman care. Society has yet to acknowledge this reality, especially at a practical level. Ian Brown, The Boy in the Moon Brown, 2009. This is a story about love and fear. The love and fear a parent feels for a child who is still unknown. The love and fear doctors and nurses feel but don't show when they try to save that child's life. It's a story of bravery. The bravery of pioneering doctors and nurses who have to risk a child's death to give life. The bravery of a mother and baby who have no other choice and who believe they are anything but brave. This is a story of living through medical history, a history so recent it happened within my own generation's lifetime. New fields of medicine built in the last decades of the 20th century and the dawn of the 21st have saved a generation of children who would not have survived before, whose first breaths come only thanks to teams of fetal medics and neonatologists. This medicine has also created a new generation of parents who raise these survivor children. Almost all the parents I interviewed for this book are people I have met in the course of my life as a mother of a child with a difference, a special child. If you're not a member of this group, you might not realize how many of us there are these days. Our children don't always have noticeable disabilities, but, at a very young age, they have been through more challenges than many people face in a lifetime. They may be growing up with rare genetic conditions or may be survivors of fetal surgery, prematurity, or congenital organ defects. They may, or may not, have subtle neuropsychiatric differences, autistic spectrum, attention deficit, sensory processing and/or dyspraxic traits, and developmental delays. What they have in common is that they are part of a new group of people whose lives began with an unprecedented level of medical intervention. In many cases, they have diagnoses which were impossible to pinpoint until recent years. As a mother of one such child, without even trying to find others, I meet them everywhere I go. Until the late 20th century, even when they survived infancy, children growing up with disabilities were often hidden in institutions, educated entirely outside the mainstream, or otherwise excluded from society. Today it's a different story, so I didn't have to search for parents to talk with. I found myself the mother of a baby whose life was saved by cutting-edge medicine, and this book tells my story, and those of other mothers. Modern science is affecting mothers in the most profound way, and I believe it's time to pay more attention to the female experience of medicine. Fathers' experiences are, of course, just as important as mothers', but this is a book primarily about what it's like to become a mother when pregnancy doesn't go to plan. What it's like to be one of the young people of this new generation is yet another story in itself. As is what it's like to have a sick baby without access to the medical privileges of the first world. There are so many stories to tell. I had
Sample complete. Ready to continue?